For a move that I'm going to be teaching this month, I'm going to start on hand hops. I know we talked about it a little bit in the discussion about creating and power. And the reason why I like to start with this move is basically because I think this is probably the most important move that people should start with when getting into the air or getting anything up top, dealing with any air freezes. So we're going to go over, it's going to be very fast. It's not that much to explain here. Hand hops are basically more focused towards building muscle and building balance. There's two main factors of this. This is not a move you're going to get where I snap my fingers and automatically you're going to have it. So just bear with the time that this takes. It's not extremely fast. It took me, I don't know, it took me a while to get. I wouldn't say it took me years to get, but it definitely took me a little bit of time, probably a couple weeks, maybe a month or two to like really start to feel it. But this is an everyday practice thing. You got to make sure that you're practicing this every day to every other day, whenever you get time, but before practice, at the end of practice, just balance it out. This is the best way that I'm going to tell you guys to probably practice this. For me, this is what worked. So before I teach the move, just know that a lot of power really benefits when you start trying to push yourself. I found I got the most benefit out of training for power is when I pushed it. Hand hops. 1 from 1. Okay, let me do 3 hops, right? I aim for 3. You get 3 hops. Start to feel comfortable with 3. You don't sit there and do 3 over and over and over again. You aim for 5. Okay, it's going to push you to 4. It's going to push you to 5. Once you start pushing to 5, you feel comfortable with 5, start pushing. Keep pushing up. So I would go from get 3, push for 5, push for 8, push for 10. Once you get 10 down, you're really going to start to feel it and exactly understand where your balance is supposed to be and how you should be catching yourself. I say once you start to hit about 15, that's when you're pretty much set on, you can do it until however long you can last for with the amount of energy that you got. So with that being said, just taking you through hand hops just a little bit. This is very hard to explain without seeing the way that your guys' body is positioned. So I'm going to explain to you the best I can with just the way that I learned it. Just know that it's also hard to explain about where your shoulder should be without me showing you or seeing, the way that you're positioned. Record yourself, make sure you're in the right position. You guys can go by what I'm talking about and also look at other people's YouTubes. I think it's bad to look at one person's YouTube tutorial or any tutorials that you're watching because everybody's body is different. So get a feeling, whatever is comfortable for you, that's the route that you're going to go. But do not learn, I will say this, do not learn the wrong way either, because learning early bad habits are going to stick with you and it's not good to have. So starting with just normal hand hop, all right? This is not a pike, all right? It's not a pike, nor are you literally in a handstand. The best way to start to get into this is by literally jumping onto your hand. And you don't got to start like jumping like high. The way that I learned it was to start to get used to just one foot, we're going to our hand, all right? Your hand can be this close to the ground. Get used to jumping onto your hand, okay? So if I'm going from here, just single freeze, okay? You want to hold this position, okay? From here, okay? That's your main position. You're going to feel it more in your shoulder. Your elbow should not be bent. If your elbow is bent too much, it should be bent a tiny bit. And this is very hard to explain because I know a lot of people are like, oh, like my arm's not bent that much. You're saying a tiny bit. Sometimes a tiny bit though is too much. It's almost like you have to be at a perfect like bent elbow for this move, because if you bend too much, you're going to waste too much energy. So again, position that you should be in. Hand's going to be up. Your elbow is going to be a little bit to the side. When I say it's almost like a pike, it's almost like a pike. You are going to be a bit sideways. Hips are going to be side. Not too much to the side, just a little bit. Elbow, you should feel it more on your shoulder. Elbow should not be bent. It should be straight until you have to start to do the pop. Okay? So, best thing also to do, keep your knees bent. Do not keep your legs out. It's very hard to balance with your legs straight out. There is a good position of just bending in. So again, the position that you should be in, I'll show you from this angle as well. From here, you're going to this angle, okay? From here, this angle. From here, this angle, okay? Get used to that position. You're going to feel it all in your shoulder. Main position you want to learn is that. This is setting you up for your pop, okay? And your pop is going to push you up into the air, okay? So step 2, go for one hand hop. That's it. That's all you want to do at first. Jump into your position, pop one time, comfortable enough that you might be able to pop again, okay? Example, from here, we're going to go hand, pop, hand, okay? Here, hand, pop, hand, okay? One pop, all you want to aim for. Next, aim for 2, okay? I know I said 1 to 3. 1 to 2 is very easy. You want to, 1, 2, 3 is kind of the combo that you want. So next one you want to get, go for 2, okay? This is where it starts to get a little bit hard because not a lot of people are very comfortable when they land the first one. The biggest part is understanding the landing after your pop, okay? You should technically be rebalancing. Your hand is not going to stay in that same position the whole time. If you're falling backwards, you're going to learn to slide your hand back with that pop to get under yourself again. This should be under your face. You should feel it in your shoulder of where your balance is, okay? So again, we'll do 2. So we start from here. We're going to do 2 hops. So we go hand. You're going to kick your legs. Again, watch my legs. I'm going to try to do it just as slow as I can for you. And we'll try to do 2 as slow as I can. So from here, 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 okay? So there's a balance to it. There's a pop to it, okay? Now, not too much pop, not too little pop. Too little pop is better than too much because sometimes people will kick and they'll lose their balance. There has to be an equal combination with both. Again, this is all about practice. So when you get 3, again, we can sit here and do 3, we can do 5. This is the gist of it, okay? We should always be rebalancing ourselves, okay? So if I'm to do 5, right? You'll watch me as I start to shift, I will start to also rebalance with my hand. There will be a certain time, as soon as you start to get to about 10, I would say, that you're going to understand more. I would say even 5, you'll start to feel it a little bit more. So let's just do 5 real quick, and then you'll kind of see me rebalancing with my hand. I'll try to keep my balance as much as I can through each one so you can kind of understand. Okay, so we start from here. See, my balance is shifting. This is the most important part. We're keeping our balance. We're shifting our weight. We're understanding, right? But again, balance is one thing. Strength is another thing. You might not be strong enough to be holding yourself up the entire time. So it's also to deal with strength. The reason why I like to talk about this so much is because an air flare is we're transferring from one hand to the next hand. Good way that I learned air flares was getting over the fear of transferring from this hand to this hand, and that included a pop. Had the balance for it, need to add the whip into it. It's about the extra step into it. So learning hand hops, understanding balance, completely necessary for all this stuff. You should also practice on your less dominant hand. I wouldn't say it's necessary because I didn't really practice on my left hand. I'm more dominant in my right, but I barely practiced on my left hand, and I still able to do air flares as much as I wanted to. So again, practice a lot. This takes time. Understand your balance. If you guys need any tips, please send me a message and I will help you guys out. Other than that, practice. It might take some time, but you'll get it. It's not too bad.